Hello everyone, welcome to this tutorial. Today's tutorial is about how to finding OS version with command line on Windows, Linux, CentOS or Ubuntu. Now let's get down to business. So, for finding the currently installed version of Windows on our system using our Windows UI or UX, I could say, is to just search for this PC, go into my computer, then simply right click on this PC and click properties. Now you can see on this window, accept the specifications of your hardware. In the Windows specifications section, you can see the edition of your Windows version, the date of installation, and a lot more information you need. Now, if you want to do the same thing using command line, we can do it simply. So to do that, first I will refer you to an article on our Road to Hosting website. If you open the article and go a little bit down for a bit, you can see the command lines that have been supplied in this article, and you can use them in order to figure out the version, the edition of your Windows or OS, operating system in general. So just to try it out, use your short keys of Ctrl+R to open the CMD. Now I just want you to see the screen. Alright. Now by just writing the command line of VER, which is short for version, you can see the version of your operating system. Now some users look for more information, more detailed information. And to get those information, you can simply write system info, which gives you the information of your system in more details. But just bear in mind that it gives a lot of information, and if you're looking for some specific information, you need to use this pipe. This is a straight line, and just write -r/b/c, and then OS name, as you can see here, and the rest of it, as you can see. Now here I have my OS name and also OS version that I was looking for. Alright, and that's it. Now, if you want to find the same information on a Linux operating system, then the way that we are going to do that is a little bit different. We do have it in our article here as well. You can find it. Now, I'll use PuTTY in order to connect to my server. First, simply just enter your login, root and your username and password, and log into your server first. Alright, now that we are logged in order to find out about the specification of our operating system on a Linux server, simply we have to use the cat coding line. The full version is cat/etc/os release. Now simply enter, and you see the information that it gives you. So you can see all the information here about the version of our Linux core, its ID, and some other information that probably are important to some of the users. We can use the same thing using some other, commands or codes, I could say. But using those codes, not exactly the same information comes, but some information which is a little bit different and more specific would be displayed on the screen. Now, just like what we did in Windows command window, we start with ls/etc/, but we use a pipeline, which is or a straight line, in order to make some information more specific to be displayed for us. At the end, we'll write grep release. Now here we can understand what files do we have, which are about the release of our system. Now, as it is clear, for whichever of these files, if you use the cat code that we actually used earlier, you can get the information in details about that specific file. Now, here, for example, I'm going to use cat/etc/CentOS release and enter. Okay, now what you can see is CentOS Linux release is version 7.5.1804 for the core. So this is how it works. Now, for another example, we would use cat/etc, and we are going to find the CentOS release upstream, which actually gives us information that this Linux, which is 7.5, has been derived from the Red Hat. Or in another example, I would write, let me just clear the screen first. Okay, I would write cat/etc/Red Hat release, which gives me the release version of the Red Hat system in the first place. And in another example, probably I'm going to look for the operating system version of this Linux server. So I'm going to write cat/etc/OS release. Another code which is very common within the Linux systems is cat/etc/OS release, as you know. However, in different distros, you could just write it differently, like for example Debian release or probably CentOS release, and these kind of I could say suffixes. Another interesting command that would be very useful for our users is the hostname ctl. Using this command code, you can see the main host of your server, or the host that your server is actually mounted on. And also here you can see the same information, which is operating system version, which is CentOS Linux 7 core. It has been written on this page. Now, in order to have the version of the kernel system as well on a Linux server, we could use the code that I'm going to write here. The code is uname-r, you can see on the screen. Alright, now this is the version of our kernel. As you can see, 3.10.0 blah 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 blah. And that would be a wrap-up for this new tutorial. Let us know what you think in the comment section.